Welcome to another episode of In the Saddle with Drover Sports. We are right in the middle of conference play for men's and women's basketball with just 3 more home games left, and baseball is starting this weekend. I can't believe it. Today we have senior Tashina Ototivo with the women's basketball team on the show to talk about her 4 years as a Drover. This is In the Saddle.
Yes.
The ball is tipped. There you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star. And all the years, no one knows just how hard you worked, but now it shows. In one shining moment, it's all on the line. One shining moment, they're frozen in time.
Welcome to the show. Today we have Tashina Ototivo, 4-year starter for the women's basketball team on the show. Welcome.
Well, thank you.
So, the season started off really strong, and then, as always, we hit conference and it got real tough. Talk about the season.
Yes, at the beginning of the season, we all came together and new team, new coach, and it was quite a change. And where there's change, there's always a challenge. And so I believe at the beginning of the season, we were so pumped, so excited because we saw how much talent we had that we just hit it on a high note. And then when season entered to where we had conference play, I mean, we all knew that conference was going to be a little harder than the teams that we were playing. And so we all had that in the back of our heads. And as soon as season hit conference, it was almost like we played so well against so many teams. I mean, I can't really deny that we had some down points and some high points, but we just got to find whatever it is that we had at the first of the year, that I would say spark or something light or energy that we need to honestly play against a conference rival and get a win.
Well, we definitely are in a tough conference. We took number 14 Rogers State down to the wire. We played defending national champions Oklahoma City. We played number 2 Lubbock Christian. It's definitely, we've had a lot of tough games, so definitely hard to do. This is your first year with Coach Hayden. How has that transition been?
Coach Hayden is definitely one of the coaches I can say I respect more out of my basketball career. She has a certain expectation from all of us that kind of stepped up from previous years, and honestly, she's just brought this almost silent, I don't know how, just respect, revere for her. And honestly, some of the girls just being their own style, playing in different teams, and we all coming together at the same time, it wasn't difficult to change, to make the change, but like I said, it was more of a challenge to bring us all together. And she just has a way to come out on the floor and just make us do work. And she definitely got us to do what she wanted to do a couple times. So I just have huge respect for her and how she handles the program.
Great. Now you're 3rd on the team in scoring, 2nd in rebounding, and really top it there in intensity for us. So what would you describe as your role on the team?
Honestly, there are times when I want to be the big person on the floor and I get intimidated a little bit by other teams, but then my teammates step up and they always say, "Sheena, get big." And this coming from the littlest person on our team, Brittany Scott. And so honestly, my teammates, which we've had to become friends as well, have stepped up and honestly supported me in my role as the big presence on the floor, because there are different times when I know I've played here for several years and I know other programs have been doing well for themselves over the years. And so being the big presence on the court, I would say, is my role. And also, Coach always tells me to clean up the rebounds, and that is something that I've been trying to improve and get better on. And just being the intense person when I'm on the floor, and then rest and then get back and do it again.
Yeah, you're one of the people with the most minutes on the team too. So
yes,
definitely spending a lot of time on the court. You're a senior, but you are the only person who's been here all 4 years, 4-year starter for us. So how has that been for you coming into this year's team?
Well, this year's team definitely had more of an excitement, like I said, at the beginning of the year. And not that any other team was different, it was just the fact that we had a new coach. It was basically a new beginning, and I was excited for it because I thought the new beginning would bring new success, and it has. And I'm really excited to play and just show everyone how much we've improved as a team, and also just how like our school has improved as a whole, because just with basketball and academics and everything stepping into this last 4 years was almost like a growing experience altogether. And so this season is more about how I would say building a solid program. So I'm excited to see what it entails.
So why was USAO a good fit for you?
Honestly, I came into USAO senior in high school. I had a 5-year plan about everything I was going to do, which included redshirting, and then that didn't happen. But I mean, that was fine because I mean, God had a plan, and I was playing my first year, and I actually got to start a couple games in, and it was more of a, I don't know how to say, a shock almost to come to USAO, because I first knew about USAO through music, and I would come to USAO for all-state tryouts in high school. And when I was here, I was like, oh, this would be so cool to go to this school. And so as soon as I saw them on the sidelines during recruiting season, I was just like, oh, he's from USAO. And so it was more of a, I can't believe I even made it to this school academically, and I've flourished while I was here. So being at USAO is definitely in God's plan, and just having me to step up in all aspects of life. And so I think it is an honor coming to USAO.
Well, great. We really enjoyed having you. You're graduating in April. What are your plans after graduation?
Yes, graduation, and that's always the excitement/nervous part of it, because I'm excited to start a new chapter of my life. But in the meantime, before I have epic plans, I'll have a summer at Falls Creek, and I'll tell high school. I thought I could rule the world in high school. So high schoolers about our faith, and I just love working there because it gives me a chance to grow myself being around other spiritual people. And after that, I plan to join the North American Mission Board, which is also an entanglement of different other missionary options. So God's just got a really big open door for me after graduation, and so I'm excited to see the options I have, honestly.
Well, thank you. I'm sure you've got lots of options, and congratulations on your soon-to-be graduation. We look forward to a great rest of the season. Now it's time for Fan of the Week. Each week we pick our Fan of the Week, who wins an awesome t-shirt and is recognized on our show and on our Facebook page. Last week's Fan of the Week was Sarah Rowe. Again, congratulations to you. And this week's Fan of the Week is Crystal Thomas. Congratulations. Well, that's our show. Make sure to tune in next week when we talk about more great Drover sports. We'll see you then on In the Saddle.